Hey everybody, Joseph Rothschild here, aka... And we are back with another Twitter thread. This week, the Yu-Gi-Oh community has been in its feelings because we have recognized that going first is really, really good. I don't know if you've seen the data out of YCS Anaheim, but it is dire. Reference. Going first had like over an 80% win rate, and going second on camera was extremely bad with the exception of exactly Gem Knight and one time a guy bricked. So today, we're solving the problem once and for all. What can you do to make going second better? And I'm beginning with my card, Maxx P. If you draw this card as part of your opening hand, as a quick effect, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard. You are going first. Ignoring the fact that you can't activate card effects before the game has begun, and ignoring the fact that if two people have this card, then the world ends, I think this is an elegant solution to the problem. Let's see what you all came up with. I would introduce something like a point system, maybe ban pendulum monsters because casuals hate them, and link monsters because they're hard to balance. Give cards deck capacity values like the sacred cards and Rayship of Destruction, and name it after a book of the Bible. I like this. Yu-Gi-Oh! Deuteronomy. Do you think it could catch on? GCD says, new rule. If you're going second, you can now get up and leave during your opponent's turn if you want. Players will have to choose if they value going first more than being able to get food or use the bathroom. Back in the day, some Magic the Gathering players did this without a codification in the rulebook. Shouts out to F6 from the Kibs. Needs first ticket wording to solve debacles of both players opening the cards. There's no way that this card really exists in Pokemon. There's no way Maxx P is real. More. Turn. 0. Cards. Yeah, I mean, this is obviously the actual correct way to resolve it. If you build a lot of cards that can interact with your opponent turn 0, then you are going to be able to be playing all the time. And as a result, the first and second win rate will equalize. And all of these decks got hit on the ban list while Yummy didn't. So it doesn't matter. Don1 says, going second player gets to mulligan. I mean, that's not bad. Maybe, honestly. After playing Alestrals all last weekend, I found myself when I play Yu-Gi-Oh! Just being like, yeah, I'll keep. And some people think it's funny, and most people are like, actually you always have to keep. It's like, yeah, thanks, asshole, I know. Make more card effects that work or have an additional effect during the main phase 2. It's something naturally only the second player gets, and it begins after the battle phase, which means they can't immediately win with it. Obviously better like these, Clara and Reshka the Velintro duo, and Watchdog, and Modal like Ketu. I like that a lot. Wait, this is a really elegant solution. You might be onto something. I would create a pay-to-start system. By paying a small fee, $69.99 a month, you get a gold pass and can decide who starts the duel. If two gold pass players face each other, I would create a golder pass, and so on and so on. Oh, okay, all right, okay. And the winner of the UDS championship gets the goldest pass, ensuring Jesse will never lose to a 5-year-old again. Pre-nerf restart, but only if you go second. I mean, this is Mulligans, but you have to go down by 1. Everyone likes turn 0 engine cards, minus Havness in a full combo, or Holisu, Fire Dark, and Azuna combined, but how about a generic one? Generic turn 0 hand trap. When your opponent activates a monster effect on the field while you control no cards, you can discard this card. Immediately after this effect resolves, you can draw a card and normal summon a monster. This weekend, while I was playing for Spirits in Kissimmee, I win the die roll and I go first. And he goes, no, it's my event, I'll go first. And I go, what? You lost the die roll. And he just starts playing. So I started playing as well, and we just played out the first turn at the same time. And unfortunately, his ended first, which meant that I had to take going second. I hear a lot of people say they lost because of the die roll. Obviously, the problem is the die roll. So how about we replace it with something more skillful? My suggestion is a good old-fashioned round of fisticuffs to decide who's going first. I have a better solution, I think. In order to determine who goes first, why don't we play, because we already have decks on us, a game of Yu-Gi-Oh! This sub-game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Will determine who goes first in the real game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Now, how do we determine who goes first in the sub-game of Yu-Gi-Oh? I'm glad you asked. You see, we both have Yu-Gi-Oh! Decks on us, so we'll be able to play a sub-game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Solved going second for non-physical formats. I mean, this does it, right? That would do it. Wait, this one's even funnier. Before shuffling, the going second player gets to put a card aside that will be drawn as your 6th card. You get to de-draw if you're going second? Maybe. Magic the Gathering was onto something with Black or Lotus. Is that the flower that they put the Spurb beta in for Jade? During your opponent's draw phase, if you have not activated any card effects this duel, and it is the first turn of the duel, draw 20 cards, then rip this card to pieces and burn down your OTS. You can only use this effect of Samsara Black Lotus once per session. I know what you are! Pokemon style. After drawing your hand, you get to play 8 cards off to the side face down. After taking 1,000 damage, you get to add one of those 8 cards to your hand. Have you played Pokemon? That's not how Pokemon work. Nothing changes, but the turn 2 player gets a switch with Silk Song, so they actually get to play a game too. That's nice. I mean, that's fun. If you go second, you can do one lie. Say you have Nibiru, and now your opponent doesn't know if you're telling the truth or using your one. Keep them paranoid until next game. Wait, hold up. That's not a bad one. That's a pretty good one. Your opponent starts comboing. You go, just so you know, I'm fucking your wife. They go, what? They go, yeah. You go, is that your one? And you go, yes. They go, was that your one? And then they pull out their phone to call their wife, and then, you know, then you win. They could invent something similar to what recent dueling skills do. Yeah, the problem with Yu-Gi-Oh! Is it's not confusing enough. Honestly, I'm not sure Yu-Gi-Oh! Is fixable. Thanks, Mulcharmy Foolos. Discard me to draw cards. Harshest answer, but this needs to go. What the fuck? They're a fine tournament organization. I don't know why more decks don't play this. I've won the past 3 locals playing it. It's searchable off Cupsy. If your opponent activated a card effect the previous turn, you could eat their deck. If one of those cards was a yummy card, you can gain 8,000 life points. Cards and effects cannot be activated in response to this card's activation. I mean, that's pretty good. It loses to Cerulean Skyfire, but otherwise it's pretty strong. Called by the 3, but we replace it with this version. Evil Called by the Grave. You can only activate this card from your hand during your opponent's turn. Target a monster in your opponent's graveyard, banish it, and if you do, until the end of the next turn, its effects are negated, as well as the activated effects of monsters on the field with the same original name. This is just Gamma. Make Night Beam 2. This idea is from a baseball Reddit shitpost. But every time a player wins a coin flip and chooses to go first, the judge comes over and rolls a 100-sided die. If it lands on 100, the player is shot. Yeah, I think I could do that. I have an answer, but you're not gonna like it. You're right, I don't. Put the Linker Bell summoning condition on more monsters. Allow these monsters to be way more powerful. Oh, this is a great idea. You can't link summon this card unless you have 3 more cards in your extra deck than your opponent. Imagine ban-worthy combo pieces, bosses, or removal spell generic monsters only available to the player going second. Baron Deflayer 2, Link Cross 2. Jeff says best of 3 no side deck. That's unfortunately a reasonable take. The side deck is just full of silver bullets that say your opponent can't play Yu-Gi-Oh, which are not fun. Print more generic non-engine, Valor, or engine hand traps like Havnus K9. Unprint links. Going first needs to be harder. Motherfuckers who think Mermail is hard don't know true difficulty. Complexity can show skill diff even in bad formats. You want the going first decks to be blue-blooded Oni style FTKs. Okay, I see. All right, I get it. Well, I think we solved the problem. Konami, feel free to use any of these ideas. Just credit me. Rebecca says, what if we see who comes first and has to go second? You got like pimply 16-year-olds right now, like downing a bottle of Adderall before round 1 of locals. I'm walking into the YCS with a bottle of SSRIs and I'm just chug-a-lugging. My opponent's going to be loading up that try not to come game. I'm going to be on soft. What if you nut super fast and then you like play Tenpai? So like you jack off and come everywhere and you go, oh, dang it. Oh, well. Chundra. There you go, Dyer. That's the post-credit scene.